Cowboy Gold takes us on a geographical departure going to Colorado. We've met Florida BK. We've met Tennessee BK. Who is Colorado BK?
Same guy.
Okay.
I have a lot of loves, man. Obviously, Florida boy. That'll never change. Love Tennessee. Love Nashville. Got so much family from Tennessee and a lot of roots there as well. And just, my parents traveled a lot back in the day. He was a distributor for Hawaiian Tropic, and they lived in London for a couple years. They traveled in the UK and Europe and then around the United States, and all their old pictures of where they would be in France through work and being able to travel and work and see places and tag along, to Le Mans race back in the day when Paul Newman was racing. My mom made him a sandwich one time before a race.
Wow. Okay.
And so I was obsessed with all their old pictures and their stories of their traveling. And so I think I came by that honestly. And, as soon as music started and started getting to do some traveling and some touring, I was obsessed with it. I loved it. And, we'd take some trips as a kid. We went skiing in Colorado growing up. And I just love it, man. I love seasons. I love seasons of life. I love seasons of travel, and I love being at the beach. I love being on the back rivers. I love the lake. I love being on the bay. I love being in the woods and the holler. Love being on a farm. I really do. And I also love being, on a Rocky Mountain high.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that too. And so I have a wonder for life and for travel and for experiences. And I love being able to put myself in a place where it changes your mood, man. It changes your altitude of where you're at in your life. It can change. Shoot, you walk up, you ski down a mountain, or you ski halfway down a mountain and sit down in the snow, and you're just sitting there looking at the sights and taking it in and not thinking about it really anything else in that moment. That's what I love about, being out west, being in Colorado, being in, whether it's Park City, Utah, or Jackson Hole, Big Sky, Montana. It's just beautiful out there. It's so different than how I grew up, and that's why I love it too.
Yeah. From both a content and a sonic perspective, Cowboy Gold is really a departure from anything we've seen. Is this a new side of your artistry, or is this just a result of having an outlet for this type of song?
I think just probably, it's all real to me, So I think it's just having my own outlet and being in a place in my career where, I have the freedom to do, what I want to do and put out what I want to put out. And there's no fences around who I am or what I want to do. So that just gives me a blank canvas to paint. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Because, as starting over in a sense as a solo artist, I'm only a couple records deep, this being my third. And so there's a lot that I want people to know about me, and there's a lot that, people don't know about me. And so letting them in on what I love, who I am, what I'm about, what I enjoy, and hopefully they can, this album gives them one more glimpse of who that is and what that is. And the ultimate goal is for them to be like, man, he's a real dude. That's cool. He's sharing his heart about what he's into and what he loves and where he's been, where he wants to go, what's special and important to him, what he goes through, just continuing to hit on themes and topics in my life that are real to me.
Yeah, thematically, you really pulled it in the second verse when you talk about your parents' rings.
Yeah.
Tell us about those, because
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's something you've really publicly talked about.
Yeah, so Brittany's got my mom's wedding ring. I've got my dad's. And, I love this style. My dad melted down some old gold that he had to get this band. That's why it looks so unique. It's one of a kind.
Oh,
and
wow.
Same with my mom's band. It's this old school. I just always called it like Cowboy Gold. He had a bunch of other pieces made back in the day. I think he ended up selling them a couple years back, or maybe 10 years ago. He had this money clip, same style. He had a kind of a ring this style. He had EK, his initials in it at one point. And, I remember rocking that. When I was a kid, I'd go into his closet and I'd play dress up, and I put his gold on, his gold necklaces, and I just thought it was so cool and so classic is the word I'm looking for. And just, I've worn a lot of different jewelry over the years, but probably since 2018 or 19, I've kind of been sticking with just kind of some classic kind of old school gold that it's got some character.
Yeah.
And I just relate to it, man. I just think it's different. It reminds me of my parents. It's just what I naturally love and have loved. And so it's a special thing, man. My parents, when they gave Brittany and I their rings when we got married, they went and got replicas made of theirs. So they got new ones. They've been married 51 years. Wow. And every day I get to look at this, and it's special, man. Keeping things in the family, keeping it real and authentic. And, if we ever have kids, we can pass that on to them and keep it in the family. And